Well, good Monday morning, everyone. Good to see you. Thank you for tuning in to Inspiration for Today. And boy, do we have a special week for you this week. We are going to meet and talk with our new pastor, Andy Wood, and get to know him. Hey, can I give you the verse for this day and then this week? It comes from 1 Timothy chapter 5 at verse 17, and it says this: the elders who direct the affairs of the church are worthy of double honor, especially those whose work is preaching and teaching. Well, that is the assignment that our Lord has given to Pastor Andy, of preaching and teaching. And we're the ones who are going to be blessed by that. But I wanted more than that. We want to respect and honor him for the role that he is playing in our lives. So that's why we're doing this week. Hey, in this show, you're going to get to know him very personally, and I know that you're going to relate to some of the things we talk about. And so let's jump right in and listen to Pastor Andy and me. So hi, Andy. Good to see you.
Hey, Rick, it's good to be with you today.
So this is your first time on Inspiration for Today. I'll bet you're probably pretty nervous about it.
I am. I'm really just kind of trying to prepare myself. Excited though.
Oh, it's so funny. You have so much on your plate. We really appreciate you taking the time. But I did want, before we go too far, I did want to just make sure so I just wanted to put this on. And
Yes.
so I wanted you to know we are on the side of good, not of
Yes.
evil. This is the Michigan last national championship, 1997 hat.
Well, I'm hopeful that we'll get another hat this year.
Well, but so anyway, now that I've established that, why are you such a Michigan fan?
Well, I grew up in Michigan,
Oh,
so that's one reason why. And
yeah.
so I grew up during the era when Tom Brady was there, and just have always loved Michigan football.
Yeah. Well, that's an exciting year because our team, which is the truly good Trojans, and you are probably going to meet for the championship, I'm thinking.
Yeah, that's a good possibility, huh?
I
Well,
think
that'd be a great game.
it really would. And I borrowed this. We have some really go blue fans in Saddleback Laguna Woods. And I said that I was going to talk with you. And so I got to borrow the hat. And I
Oh,
love
that's
it.
awesome. What's funny is I've mentioned a couple times in different messages at Saddleback the Michigan Ohio State rivalry, and
Right.
now I'm starting to get different people that will send me things. Like we have some Buckeye fans, and they've sent me Buckeye candy, and unfortunately, they're trying to talk trash with me. But at this point, now after they've played each other, there's not a whole lot of talking.
It's so true. You put them in your place. But I think, Andy, that's so cool because we all love that. It makes you you're a guy who still likes these rivalries and such.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's my kids now, my oldest especially is now into football, and it's a great pastime for us to be able to hang out and have fun together watching the different teams.
Is he playing somewhere, Andy?
Yeah, he played this past year. He played at Tribuco Hills High School.
He did. What year is he?
He's a sophomore.
Okay.
So I've got a 16-year-old, a 14-year-old, and a 9-year-old, and both my 16 and 14-year-old are boys, and they both played football. My other one my second son played in RSM, or Rancho Santa Margarita, for the Cowboys, and they played for the championship this year and lost at the last minute with like 6 seconds left.
Was that like middle school or something?
Yeah, eighth graders.
Yeah. Well, I tell you, that is so fun. So you grew up, and folks, we just want to get to know Andy a little bit first. And so Andy, you grew up in Michigan, you say?
Just outside of Detroit, Michigan.
And then went off to college somewhere, or what do you?
Yeah, a lot of people. I mean, there are a lot of wonderful things to love about the Midwest. I'm sure in Laguna Woods there are people who have either grown up or moved to California.
Totally.
A lot of people you meet in California who are from the Midwest moved here for the sunshine and warm weather. And when I was growing up, it was cold. I always remember it being cold, gray in the middle of the winter. And when I was making a decision to go to college, one of my good friends, he had found out about this school in Charleston, South Carolina. It's called Charleston Southern University. And it had a youth ministry program. So at the time, I knew that I wanted to be trained to do student ministry. And so we decided to go there together. But I would be lying if I said that there wasn't a whole lot of motivation from the weather, the sunshine, being close to a beach. So being in the Midwest has its perks in the summer, but during the wintertime, it's cold, it's long, and that's why a lot of people go other places for a good chunk of the year.
Totally. And we respect that. That's why a lot of, like you say, a lot of us are here from all over the cold country back there. But my son-in-law, who the one you don't know yet, is from Grand Rapids. And so we hear a lot of Michigan talk in this family, and we're followers also. So you there, and then you in a sermon you mentioned about meeting Stacy, and how did that you ended up, I forget exactly the story, but you kind of gave her an ultimatum that
Yeah.
you talked about.
So the way it worked out was Stacy and I we met in college our freshman year. So we've been married. This next year it'll have been for 20 years. So I'm 41 years old. So we were young when we got married. But I met her
You're
my
still young
freshman
by
year.
our standards here, Andy.
Yeah, it's all relative, right? My kids think I'm old.
Yeah.
So but it's all relative. So when we first met, we were in college. Met our freshman year of college. I helped Stacy move in, and pretty quickly, within like a month or so, Stacy and we had built a great friendship. We had a lot in common, and we started to serve together in student ministry. So we were serving in this local Baptist church. I was the middle school pastor. She was doing everything that, leading with me, doing all the different activities of the ministry. And so we really learned to serve together and had the same passion for loving on people and doing work in a local church. Well, over the next couple of years, we were still good friends, but we broke up. So we dated for a while, then the relationship kind of fell apart a bit. But Stacy, after that, she was kind of always back and forth. Like, did she want to be together or not? I was never in question. Like, I knew I wanted to be with her. And there was a period of time, the summer between our sophomore and junior year of college, and I was on a traveling trip going through South Carolina, and she had just gotten home from being on a mission trip to down in Venezuela.
Oh, wow.
And everybody else on the team had somebody that they could hang out with, like they had friends or family members. I was like one of the only ones. So I played the pity card, and we came and hang out. She came and hung out with me. And I knew at that point, like I still wanted to be together with her.
Wasn't that fun? Hey, I'm cutting it off right here because tomorrow I'm going to let him finish his story on how he woos Stacy and how they get together. It's a fascinating story. And then he's going to go on from there. Tomorrow will be a great day also. So tune back in. See you then. And may you walk closely with your Lord this day.